Hello everyone, today we're gonna solve problem 2 of the 2026 F equals MA exam. This problem was about dimensional analysis and it was quite tricky because me and many of my friends got the answer wrong. So let's start by reading the problem. A series of dominoes are stood upright in a line. The dominoes have mass density rho, height h, and spacing d between them. When the first domino is knocked over, a wave of falling dominoes propagates down the line with speed v. Now, a second set of dominoes is set up identically, but with all dimensions scaled by lambda. The mass density is the same. Let v prime denote the wave speed of the scaled system. Which of the following best describes how v prime depends on lambda? Okay, so this problem, after you see the solution, you realize that it's not that hard. In fact, it's relatively easy. But what it requires is a lot of critical thinking. Because during the test, I thought that maybe I could try something with like this displacement angle theta and like maybe like torque equals I alpha or something. But that would make it really complicated and I just got stuck. Yeah, so the easiest way to do this is just, and here, I drew a diagram of the setup. So the easiest way to do this is actually just using conservation of energy. So conservation of energy, which is E initial equals E final, right? And what is E initial? Well, E initial is mgh, right? And we know that it equals mv squared over 2, right? But then that v squared is going to be the center of mass v. And the center of mass v is going to be when this, it's going to be this way. But then, so this is v, right? But then there's a component of the v that's horizontal, right? And since theta is always the same, because if it's scaled, right, if you have a scale factor, angles still stay the same. So that means the v horizontal is gonna be proportional to v, okay? Now, yeah, so that is proportional to mv horizontal squared. And I mean, okay, I'm just gonna say this is v perpendicular, okay? Because the question defines v as the speed. So it's just going to be proportional to mv squared. And the 2 is a constant, so I left it out. Now, these get canceled. G is a constant, so h is proportional to v squared. Now, h is now scaled by lambda, right? So if h is scaled by lambda, lambda h is proportional to, okay, if h is scaled by lambda, right? Then v squared is also scaled by lambda. So then the final, so the initial is v squared, right? And then the final velocity is going to be since the height is scaled by lambda, it's going to be lambda v squared, okay? And now the ratio of the final to an initial is going to be lambda v squared over v squared, right? But then you have to square root it because it's squared. So v prime, and then after you square root, it's square root of lambda and v prime over v. So it's going to be scaled by square root of lambda. So the answer is going to be D. Now, thank you for watching this video, and if it helped you understand this question more, please consider subscribing. Thank you, and see you in the next video.